Holy moly. Yeah, just one turn of trying to fire lets the Convoker finish off their entire ritual, of course. But hey, we're working on it here. Nothing we can do except just try to kill all of our new friends as quickly as we possibly can. And fortunately, we do have a pretty wild amount of damage output when everything lines up here. Fantastic. You greet empty rooms, you get it? I'm glad I don't sound completely out of my mind. As I was saying it, I definitely felt like I might be slowly but surely, or more accurately, very, very quickly losing any audience that we had here, but at least one of us gets it. Or at least two of us gets it, I guess. Think you need to go make coffee? Sounds good, Thalphon. I could use a coffee. In fact, that's what I should have done today. Been feeling pretty tired, pretty out of it all day. Definitely could have used a little bit of caffeine, but hey, here we are. Let's just make the most of it. And fantastic. So that's vaults 3. Still have one more floor that we can do relatively safely here. What the heck are a bunch of spiders doing hanging out, though? Bit on the odd side here, but nothing we can't handle. You know, there was some Artifact Steam Dragon scales, ridiculously expensive, but it could be as good, if not better, than our current robe. Hopefully it's willpower. That's not a super likely roll of the dice here, but is definitely what we are still in desperate need of after all this time. We'll just ignore all of our new orc buddies here, and let's instead switch over and just focus down our Vault Warden friend instead. Fantastic. And we're back on the road. Hey there, Frederick. How's it going, my friend? I mean, if we can just hit you twice for max damage, we might be okay. Not sure if you're a favorable comparison with regards to sanity. Well, me neither, so still in good company, my friend. And 3d36 means it's 3 every time. That's what I was thinking too. So we have plenty of turns to deal with our new friend here, of course. Step out, finesse heroism, just start getting some shots off. We're at least not going to die in one hit, and we do manage to take care of our svelte friend there. No real issues. That is beautiful. Need to be careful how many crossbows we're taking on at once, though. Holy moly, that is quite the gathering of individuals. Let's just head right outside. We can see who follows, hopefully not all of them, but at the same token, hopefully at least some, so that we do manage to start to clear the way as much as we can here. Beautiful. Because I could just close this. Nope. Hello there, my friends. Oof. That is not great. Ooh, and the hop doesn't go well either. Yikes. I could go for an evoked link here. Fairly decent odds we land somewhere safe, but any of these squares is a death sentence, so probably to stay on the safe side, I have to burn a blink scroll. Could also maybe just use a fear. Let's check it out here. If we pop into our inventory and quiver that, 90% chance. I mean, that's pretty good odds, right? Oh, how embarrassing would it be if I failed, though? It's too early in the day. Let's take it easy and just try to ensure a little bit of safety here. Oh gosh. Except and then I don't manage to kill our friend very quickly. 81% chance to hit. There we go. Holy moly. Slightly terrifying to say the least, but we do manage to survive the encounter. So not the end of the world. And we start to have many, many friends coming this way. We are in a bit of a dead end too, which is not ideal. But so far not looking too bad. I am eyeballing that wizard, though. And 8% chance of banishment. Okay, so not actually as bad as I thought. Pretty low odds, but we've definitely run into trouble in that regard before. So slightly scared regardless. But there we go. We do manage to take care of everyone. I don't know if that invisible enemy was an ogre mage or potentially that ancient lich we saw before. Would love it if it was the ancient lich and we've already taken care of that problem, but not a guess that I'd like to put too much credence in. Instead, we'll just try to play it a wee bit on the safe side. Ooh, boy. Yeah, those crystal spheres definitely do something fierce here, but we'll pop away and take care of you. Oka, very, very happy as we take care of a very scary enemy, so that is fantastic. That's why every character you play is fighting 27, just for that survival. Yep, tricky in the early game, for sure, Dennis. But okie dokie. Hopefully that is the worst of the floor taken care of, and we've kind of settled into a bit more of a steady state. Still not fully convinced on this heavy ARB list. The damage is hard to argue with, for sure. Does melt the majority of enemies in one-on-one combat, you know, as we saw against our good old friend Frederick. Pretty fantastic stuff. I refuse to go to the abyss. Not again. Not like this. So instead, we'll just pop back and hopefully take care of all of our new friends. Fantastic. Holy moly. What's the fastest I can get this ARB list up to? So with the heavy brand, min delay is 1.5. So 1 attack every 1.5 turns. Of course, with finesse, we can bring that down to somewhere around 0.75. I think it's doubling attack speed with finesse. Maybe the next time we cast it, we can do a little bit of a check on that to see if our estimations are being held up. Holy moly. Tons of damage in from our cold friend. Nothing we can't handle here so far, and that should pretty much be the floor, and by extension, vaults as far as we're gonna go at it today. Fantastic. Okie dokie. Well, I guess that was our warm-up for the day, and now we're ready to head off into most likely depths. We will also have to decide where do we want to head for our third rune. On this type of character, normally I'd go with the Abyss, I guess. A bit strange after spending a while here talking about not wanting to take an unexpected visit to the said area, but usually archers do fairly well there. Slime is, of course, oftentimes a go-to, but we don't have a great way of dealing with all the AoE enemies. I'm curious if we could do something kind of fancy there, though. Can I engage the slime, the royal jelly, in a duel and kill them fast enough? Are they allowed friends in the duel? Because that seems like it should be illegal, but I'm not sure how well we police stuff there. It might be more of a no-holds-barred cage fights of sorts. You know, anything you have at your disposal. Can you finesse and haste? I believe you can. And now that would be interesting. Just how quickly can we attack with this 78 damage rating? Now up to 94 damage rating with the increased dexterity. 94. Holy moly. Well, we may just find an answer to that as we continue on here. Hey Brain, how's it going? Hope things have been well with you, my friend. Always lovely to see ya. Hi Jorgrun, how's it going? You were probably why I'd never finished D15 in the first place. Oh, Rupert, probably also part of that calculus. Well, both taken care of now without too much of a worry. Oh right, and Louise, this is where we took our original unscheduled trips. Son of a gun. Okay. Back into the abyss again, folks. Here for a good time, not a long time. Holy moly. We are in Abyss 3. And we are by the rune. So, maybe we just go for it. I mean, we've taken care of a decent number of the enemies that were in all likelihood guarding the rune in the first place. Where did that second world ender go? There you are, my friend. And a gateway leading out. Okay, so we have our escape path sorted as well. Still finessed, so we can probably open this up. Let's jump back here. Oh, I don't know what snuck up on us from behind because I just hit tab without really paying attention. Whoops. Oof. And definitely taking more damage than I would like from our elven pal. I mean, I can just blink past you. Don't know if it's the smart move. Kind of working out for us so far here, though. And if I can just rest up. As things go weirdly silent. Oh, okay, just at the end of a song. All good. Let's just leave. Okay. Well, we got our rune, folks. Not how I expected it to go. Oh gosh. Oh, jeez, I did not mean to step there. Torinski, hands off the keyboard. Chill out. Stone arrow or lightning bolt, both potentially nasty events for us here. So what the heck should we do? Oh, Louise cannot see invisible, so actually what we probably should have done was just turn invisible before. But no, we will definitely try to run away here. Let's maybe do a quick check on fear. It should be, oh, not that good of a chance actually. 64% is not great. If I hadn't stepped forward once by accident, we'd have a better range to blink to, of course. In fact, I can barely see how far is actually possible. All the way, potentially. And let's just head upstairs. Holy moly. Well, that was unexpected. Welcome back, Thalphon. I would say you didn't miss much, but that was actually an action-packed past few minutes here. I feel like you see me under 50% far more often than is wise. Basically summing up our stream there for sure. But we did dive into the abyss, grab the rune, and get out. So that's pretty sweet. We'll finesse back up, and I feel like Louise should be relatively easy to kill. There we go. That's a bit more how I expected things to go in the first place. Holy moly. Yes, we got an unscheduled trip into the abyss there, Thalphon, from our good friend Louise. But it put us right by a rune. So we thought we might as well take advantage of it, and there we go. Holy moly. So we have all three. Pretty much ready to go. I guess nothing to do but head into depths. Continue the adventure here. Holy moly. Definitely not how I expected things to go, but I will gladly take it. I guess thank you, Oka. Not sure if we'll really be using throwables too often here, but nice to know we have the option. And good, our invisible friend did not come up with us here. Clearly this character is fully prepped for the quintuple Orb of Zot. Oh, without a doubt, we can handle anything, right? That's not just the hubris talking. Hey there, Roga. And actually, on that note, Thalphon, I feel like the last character that we won with saw 0 orbs of fire in the entirety of Zot. So we are overdue. And unfortunately, I feel like we're gonna be seeing more than our fair share of our good old fiery friends here today. But at the very least, we do have pretty ridiculous overall damage here, so hopefully we're looking just fine in that regard. As ranged weapons hits 26, holy moly. I guess that pretty much means we can just put on fighting for the rest of the time here. Maybe cap it off at 26, because I don't really want it to replace our title here. And I will train a bit of throwing. We can use those javelins to this pretty decent effect later on. It will be kind of our only pseudo AoE that we have available, so that's perfect. No source of see invisible at all. That one is always annoying to miss, even if it's not the most dangerous necessarily. Well, that's why it becomes an interesting question to me, because how do you measure danger for certain things like that? Because sometimes the most dangerous things are the more subtle effects that it's super easy to overlook and not worry about. Oh shoot. My fear scrolls quivered. Son of a gun. Whatever, I guess it was a free escape from that fight, so that was nice. But yeah, so while fire might be, objectively more dangerous across the board, pretty much everyone knows that, and so everyone's building fire resistance, or willpower is maybe even a better example of that. Versus see invisible, I'll oftentimes just, meh, I'm sure it'll be fine, let's not worry about it. And that has definitely come back to bite me in the butt a few times, but fortunately not too much. Or again, maybe unfortunately not enough to make me actually learn my lesson and change my ways. So it's insidious, it's most dangerous, kind of uncertain for sure. But Dennis, you were not pleased on an Octopod Gladiator. We saw 13 Orbs of Fire and 3 total purple potions. Yikes. It's definitely more than your fair share of not just, ridiculous fire damage, but mutations, as you mentioned. Jeez Louise. It's funny how the game has a sick sense of humor like that often. Okie dokie, let's hop into this little bit of a dead end. Shouldn't be anything we can't handle here, so not going to worry too much about the fact that we don't have an escape path, and that is perfect. Nothing we can't handle here as we get a +6 triple crossbow from Oka here. I mean, it does have willpower, which I am in desperate need of. 2 pips of cold resistance is actually fairly nice as well. Int -4 is not great, but not horrible either. 77 damage rating. And we are at min delay. That's so tempting, just for the resistances. And it probably would be safer. Again, I think I'm starting to burn the candle at both ends a little bit on this heavy crossbow. It's only a matter of time before I forget to use finesse or don't realize that it takes 1.5 turns. Forget it for just a moment here and take a ridiculous sum of damage. In fact, this son of a gun right here could be that moment. How much damage do you do? 38? You're probably getting like 3 or 4 attacks off. Yikes. I guess this is probably where we then instead blast you with some unavoidable damage, play it safe, and those also fire off just a little bit quicker, so that is perfect. Holy moly.